Yo, 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 yo. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Maxandjuancast. Max, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good one. How about you?
Doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at week 15 of the NFL season. Of course, we're doing our pick'ems.
Wow, quick 15 weeks.
Yeah, it's fucking flew by, man. We're already in December. Okay. Uh Wednesday night. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. What's the records, Max? I don't even know what the records are. Are you up?
You're 122 and 86. I'm 117 and 91. Last week you got one game on me. It was bad weeks by both of us.
Yes, sir. I'll
Very
take it.
bad.
5 game lead. Um, I'm still there. I got what 3 more weeks to go. Okay, 3 more weeks to go. I think I can hold it. I can hold down the fort. Um, I'm happy about that. I thought I fucking lost one this week on you, but I gained one. Fuck it. Panthers fucked you, bro. I don't know why you went to Panthers. I don't know what you were
I
thinking.
thought I could get one on you.
All right. Let's see how we do for this week, man. So as always, we're gonna do our pick'ems. We'll pick each game, and then at the end of every Wednesday podcast that me and Max started doing, we're gonna do Xbox Live Talk. Today we're gonna be doing underrated players of the 2000s. So hopefully you guys are excited about that. Let's get into it, okay? Thursday night football. Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Raiders are 3-point favorites in this one. So,
Oh, I'm sure Keenan Allen's out too. I don't know if you
yeah,
saw that.
yeah, I saw that. Keenan's out. Justin
They're
Herbert
really
is
just
out for the year.
yeah.
The Chargers were listening to our podcast last week. How Max was telling them, shut it down, shut it down. They shut him down.
They're gonna be cool to Staley. They're gonna probably let him ride it out with this trash, but like he's a dead man walking. He's a dead man walking.
I would just say this, Max. The game fucking sucks. Okay, they're both 5-8.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it can be a loss if whatever team wins this because you're gonna get a lower draft pick. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Me and Max are both picking the Raiders just because Justin Herbert and no Keenan Allen. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is close though. I got 17-14 Raiders. Max has 21-10 Raiders. Excuse me. Okay, so
Yeah,
we're
there's
both
not much to say.
yeah.
Not much to say about
Uh,
this.
on the Chargers, who do you put more of the blame on, Max? Do you put more of the blame on the head coach, the
Head
GM,
coach.
or the owner?
Well, I think it's a combination of the GM and the owner. I don't think the GM Tom Telesco has been bad, but I will say this: J.C. Jackson was a humongous swing and miss,
Yeah, bust.
humongous. Joey Bosa has not been himself the last 2 years,
Yeah.
which hurts.
New contract
Um,
for him. I'm pretty sure contract
yeah,
extension.
Khalil Mack has been a home run since they got him. He's been
Yeah.
tremendous.
Yeah.
To me, he's still not like that top. I mean, they didn't bring Khalil Mack in to be the best pass rusher on their team.
Right.
They brought him in to be a complement to Joey Bosa. And then on the coaching side, dumb decisions, over aggressiveness. He keeps trying to play his Rams defense with this bull crap he has. Like, bro, you don't have the players. And you have to adapt your philosophy. And I constantly think they get out coached. They definitely need to look in the mirror. They need to redo a lot of this team. Like, I think this team's further away from competing than it looks like. They just happen to have one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in football that covers up a lot of holes. And their holes are the following one: running back, offensive line, defensive line, linebacker, safeties, DBs. That's a lot of holes.
Yeah. Look, I'm always gonna bash Dean Spanos for any time I get. I don't think he's a good owner. Just like Mark Davis is not a good owner. I think both of them are poor owners that don't really have a say in a lot of things. A lot of people give them handouts, and they're pretty much cool with you know mediocre. I hate to say it, but um, I think one of the biggest underlining things with this Charger team is them not helping out Herbert to the fact we're getting younger. Like, I love Keenan Allen. we think Keenan Allen is a borderline Hall of Famer. But he's what, 32 years old? Something like that?
Yeah, I love Mike Williams. I think he's really good, but he's on the older side too. He's
Yeah.
28.
Eckler,
Um,
he's on the older side.
they have no dynamic playmaker. And what I mean by dynamic is somebody who scares you. Keenan Allen's really good, but no one's like, oh, shit, Keenan Allen, he's going to catch an 80-yard touchdown this week. Nobody.
Yeah.
And
And
they,
so
I'll give them this. They went out and tried to do it, but they failed.
they failed.
They went
Yeah.
out and next year he could be a stud.
Right.
But as of right now, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, and it's just a shame because, besides the Quentin Johnston pick, they've been home runs almost in the draft. Justin Herbert, home run. I mean, Rashawn Slater, I know he's struggling this year, but he was a home run once upon a time.
Tululu Tupupu, sorry, I can't say your name.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's good.
They drafted him. He's really good.
Derwin James a couple of years ago, they drafted him. He's been a stud. So
and just to illustrate, they could have taken Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison, Jonathan Mingo, Jaden Reed, Rashee Rice, Marvin Mims, Tank Dell, Jalen Hyatt. Jalen fucking Hyatt with this team would have been so much better. Yeah. That's what kills it, right? That's what really kills this fucking draft of him. It's just look at all the guys who have – and I get he just had a 90-yard game, whatever.
Right.
It was one big catch. It has not been the difference maker. And he's been a first-round pick. And it's not 2004 where receivers have to learn all this bullshit. It's easier than hell to be a wide receiver in today's NFL.
Yeah.
So.
And I would say this.
I don't know.
I
don't think they're a shit show, but their coach is a shit show for sure.
Yeah. I just think, maybe Tom Telesco keeps the job, and they hire a new guy. But in my opinion, I think you need to get this Herbert thing situated. You have a franchise guy, a potential Hall of Famer guy at quarterback. You need to take advantage of these prime years that you have of Herbert. And you can't do that with keeping on the same guys. Like, if it means cleaning the fucking house, do it. That's what I hope Dean Spanos does. And
yeah,
I would just say, Charger fans, just because you get rid of Staley doesn't mean your problems are going to be fixed. Because you have to hire the right guy. That's part of it.
Correct.
I know this from being a Raider fan. It's like, we can fire the guy all we fucking want. Who do you hire the next time around, though? So I think the Chargers and the Raiders are in similar situations as far as like the owners and the coaching problems. The main difference that the Chargers have, of course, over the Raiders is they got a shit ton of talent. They got a head start on this, man. So they gotta get shit together, man. We'll see how it all unfolds on the field. I think it's kind of funny that those two teams are playing each other. All right.
I do think, though, they're going to bottom. This is the bottom out. They are going to bottom out fucking hard.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Let's head over to Saturday football, which I'm kind of excited about, man. Minnesota, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's at home. Minnesota coming off of a win against the Raiders. And Cincinnati coming off a win. So, Max, what do you think?
I'm going with Cincinnati. I think it's a pretty safe bet. Obviously, Jake Browning scares me a little bit, A.J. McCarron. But I think even if they just had to manage the game, they can move the ball and they can dominate the Vikings. If the Raiders' defense held them to 0, Cincy's defense is going to have a fucking day. Yeah. I'm going Cincinnati 23-14. Bengals, they're not dead, man. They're still alive. They're probably going to make the playoffs the way they're playing.
Jake Browning is pretty impressive, man. And hopefully it keeps on because playing the Vikings, I mean, Joshua Dobbs a couple of weeks ago, it was fun. He was looking good. And you just never know with these backup quarterbacks, man. 1 second they can look good.
Yeah, they're already on to Nick Mullins.
Yeah, they're already on to Nick Mullins, man. So they know best. I'm rolling with the Bengals. I like Chase Brown, the running back that they have. I think he's pretty dynamic. They got Joe Mixon going. And for fantasy hopes, I hope Jamar Chase has a big day against these Minnesota Vikings. All right, let's go to Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Indianapolis at home. Pittsburgh on a 3-game losing streak. They managed to really lose against 3 underperforming opponents.
This will be the game they fucking win, though, knowing the Steelers. Like, it's crazy that they still have an upward battle to go, like, what, 7-9?
Yeah.
Like, or sorry, 7-10.
They had
They're
gimmies though, Max. Like they had
Yeah, I
gimmies these
know. The
last 2
Cardinals,
weeks.
the Patriots, like they really should be 9-4 right now.
Yeah.
But the truth is they're not going to win this game. The Colts lost a tough game to the Bengals. Kenny Pickett's not playing. Doesn't matter. Unless Gardner Minshew throws this game away, the Colts are going to beat the Steelers. Steelers, like we said, when they were 7-4, they suck. They are not a good football team.
And I think a big part of this is, of course, Kenny Pickett getting injured. I'm not a big fan of Mitch Trubisky, dude. I don't think he's the answer. Kenny Pickett was already an issue. So the fact that you're downgrading from Kenny Pickett just makes it worse for me. I think the Colts are going to get back on track. I got Gardner Minshew, 24-13 Colts. All right, let's head over to the last game of Saturday. I'm excited. This is a primetime game. Saturday Night Football. Detroit Lions going up against the red-hot Denver Broncos, man. They're one game behind in the AFC West. This game means a lot for both teams. I think we're going to find out a lot from both of these teams. I think the Lions, as good as their record is, they're kind of on the ropes here. They are. They got lucky that Green Bay lost on Monday Night Football. I felt like Green Bay was kind of creeping up on them. But Detroit has to handle business. And I'll be very impressed with Detroit if they blow out this Broncos team. And I do think they're capable of doing that. But the Broncos are going to be a tough fucking matchup. What do you think, Max?
If I'm a Detroit fan, I'm scared, simply put. It's been kind of lackluster performances since Thanksgiving against Green Bay. They lost to Chicago last week, and I thought they got outplayed. Jared Goff kind of came back down to earth. Yeah. I think they're going to win this game being in Detroit 27-20, but this Broncos team is going to make it feisty. Hey, they're not out, even if they lose this game, they're not out of it. They're 7-7 if they lose this game. It's going to be a tough one. I don't like it. I think Russell Wilson can kind of do similar stuff to Justin Fields, minus, like the super runs he does. Yeah. But Detroit, don't play with your food, man. Show why we believed in you and made a video about you.
Yeah, man. Denver.
Who's Detroit's losses to? Seattle,
Chicago,
Green Bay, Chicago.
I want to say they lost to
Baltimore. They got fucking destroyed by Baltimore.
Yeah. One thing I want to say about Denver, Russell Wilson, dude. Did you see that pass that he had to Courtland Sutton last week? That's the shit I'm talking about. It's like a player's confidence is everything, guys. And it just seems like Russell Wilson got all of his confidence back. And it says it all on that 150-yard bomb to Courtland Sutton where he's dancing around.
No one's talking about Russ enough? Like, we're not talking about how good of a year he's having?
Yeah, potentially, man. For how shitty he did last year and how much shit that he was getting, you can argue
and the 70-point loss was pretty bad. Like, I feel like that took away so much of their season. Like, that's been like the stink on their season.
Would it be crazy, Max, to give him comeback player of the year?
No, I think he's played. Last year, he completed 60% of his passes, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. He's up to 23 TDs, 8 interceptions, 2,700 yards. Yeah. And Russ isn't like this Broncos team is not built to just get yardage. They run the ball, they pound it. Yeah. And then I'm impressed with Russ.
And then quietly, you know what, man? As me and Max are talking about this game, I'm kind of regretting my pick a little bit, just because we haven't even talked about the defense. I think the no-fly zone is kind of low-key back. Like, they're shutting down guys.
Yeah, they're Simmons, Surtain, that rookie they got in the slot. This game's scary to me. I wasn't confident picking Detroit. Like, that says it all to me.
Yeah. All right, we're both rolling with Detroit, but we're not that confident about it. Let's go Atlanta and Carolina, a game that I'm pretty confident in. I think I'm ready to say Carolina is officially the worst team in the league. I'm not thinking about it. I don't think it's New England. I don't think it's the Raiders. I think it's Carolina. They're pretty bad. They're 3-point favorites, the Atlanta Falcons. I think that just shows how how like unreliable this Falcons team is. They're only 3-point favorites. I'm still gonna pick them, dude. Would you be surprised at all if Atlanta blows this game? Absolutely fucking not. I would not be surprised. How surprised would you be, Max?
If Atlanta lost this game, I'd be very shocked. We kind of did a mini breakdown on Bryce Young last Sunday or Monday. He is broken right now. There's nothing you could tip your hat and be like, he's doing that well. No. Atlanta's defense is solid. They picked on him the first time they met. I'm going to Atlanta 17-10 just because they are incapable of just putting teams away because their quarterback play is horrendous.
And you don't know what you're gonna get. You honestly
don't.
Yeah. They're hard to get a gauge on, man. All right, let's go to Chicago and Cleveland. Chicago coming off a win. Cleveland coming off a win. The Joe Flacco show is continuing in Cleveland. He's been playing fucking great, folks. But I'm scared to pick him just because it's Flacco. It's fucking Flacco. And
but the difference is the defense is so dominant.
Yeah, the
like
defense
they
is
could
good.
kick the Bears' ass.
Yeah. The Bears
like I'm sorry, Aiden Hutchinson's cool, but Garrett and Zadarius Smith are different than the Detroit Lions. And they got some interior guys. They got JOK at linebacker who can go chase down fucking Justin Fields. I'm not worried about this game. I'm confident Cleveland's going to win this game 24-10.
Yeah, I'm not confident. I was so close to picking Chicago in this game, but I kind of had your ideology on this one. Like the whole Myles Garrett, the defense for Cleveland is a different beast, you know.
Yeah.
I got Cleveland 24-23.
Wow, that close.
Confident. Yeah, I got it super close. All right, let's move on to Tampa Bay and Green Bay. Green Bay is 3.5-point favorites. Tampa Bay coming off a win. Green Bay coming off of that loss on Monday Night Football. What do you think about this one, Max?
Well, both teams are not trustworthy. The record says it all, 6-7. They don't have quality wins. They don't really have win streaks. It's not like, the Packers started off 0-3 because Jordan Love was hurt, and they've had a lot of injuries. I don't want to sell them short, but I am going to go Green Bay. I think they're playing better. I think the Giants just kind of came out, busted their ass. It's going to be a close game, 24-21. Not confident at all. This game could go either way.
Yeah, I'm hoping for my Green Bay pick to come true for this one. I'm hoping that Monday night, like you said, Giants blunder, you know what I mean? Tommy DeVito show and his fucking agent out there stilling up all the fucking shine. I think if Green Bay loses this game, they're really missing Christian Watson because he's questionable for this one. We'll see if he suits up.
Well, what's new? What's new with him? No offense.
Yeah, I get you. But I feel like when they're on, he's on.
Correct. Yeah, he's such a difference maker. But at this point in his career, you should have to label him as questionable all the time because 2 years of hamstrings.
Yeah, 100%. Before we move on, Max, you said 6-7 for Green Bay, right? Or Tampa Bay, one of those teams. So the first time since 1970, we have the most 6-7 teams on the NFC. And since 1970, we have the most 7-6 teams on the AFC. That's
a lot of mediocre football.
Yes, a lot of
mediocre football.
Exactly, man. Speaking of mediocre, I like to call the Jets offense mediocre. They did good last week. Way to put it. They won last week. Zach Wilson did good. The Dolphins, on the other hand, they're at home, 9-point favorites. Something about the Dolphins, no pun intended, smells fishy. I have a feeling you're going to pick against them. How are you feeling about this one?
I am picking against them. I am. I picked this game before I saw your pick, before you bitch and moan. I just like what I saw from the Jets. The defense is real. The first time they played, it was close until a 99-yard pick six. I just don't think Tua can get it done, brother. I don't want to put it all on him. I just don't think the Dolphins are good enough without Tyreek. And, this is a good defense. This isn't fucking the Seattle's defense or some shitty team like Cardinals defense. This is a elite unit, like better than the Eagles, better than the Chiefs, probably up there with the Niners in terms of talent and how good they play. They just don't. The difference between the Niners and Jets is the Jets defense has to play perfect every. They can't give up a point or they'll lose. Yeah. Like that's not fair to them, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm going to Jets 21-20. I think the Dolphins are going to kind of take a step back, especially if Tyreek's banged up. And I mean, they weren't looking that great with him. It was a game.
Tyreek is day to day. I can't trust the Jets, man. I don't think they're gonna be able to score points on the Miami defense, man. I still think the Miami defense is still pretty good. They had a touchdown last week, and in a sense, they bailed out how much that game was not a blowout. Because I felt like the Miami offense played like shit. Tua played like shit, especially. He missed Devon Achane so many fucking times in the flat. I was so fucking pissed, dude. Tua did not look good, man. And that's what I hate about some of these, quarterbacks is like once you're labeling them, oh, they're good, and they have a fucking shit game like that.
Tua was the MVP the first 6 weeks of the NFL year. Dude. Till he played the Bills, he was the MVP. And we were saying the same shit about Tua T as we were saying about Brock Purdy, not to bring him up and just bash him. It's just ridiculousness. It's just, hey, the coordinators, the receivers, the weapons made him look so much better than what he is, unfortunately. Yeah. And he's a good quarterback. He's not bad. Yeah. He's just not elite. He's not an MVP.
With all that said, I'm going Dolphins. I got 28-23. I don't have confidence in the Jets to win this game. Max has 21-20. It's going to be an interesting game, man. Dolphins need this one. They need this one bad.
So do the Jets.
I don't think so. I think the Jets are done.
I'm saying I don't think they're going to make it, but like this, they need it if they have any chance. Like they're desperate. Like
for Rodgers. Rodgers.
That's it.
All right, let's go to the other New York team. Let's go Saints and Giants. Saints, they won last week. Giants won last week. The Tommy DeVito show, does it get crushed in New Orleans this week?
It does, but it's going to be a close game. I can't imagine the Giants just going in there and getting rocked and Tommy DeVito looking like crap. 21-17, Saints are going to win. I wanted to pick the Giants. I just felt like they're going to be coming off a high, a little bit too much big dick energy, and they're not going to come out and defeat the Saints in New Orleans. It's different when you're at home, Yeah, it's different.
I get you. 21-20. I got the Saints also. I just couldn't find it in me to.
I mean, but you don't trust the Saints at all, do you?
I don't. Absolutely not. Derek Carr gets hurt every single week, it seems like. It's not good. Houston, Tennessee. Houston might not be having C.J. Stroud for this one. He's in concussion protocol. Titans, on the other hand, they're at home. Will Levis is playing great. He had a great showing on Monday Night Football. Honestly, Max, I'm leaning towards the Tennessee Titans because no C.J. Stroud potentially. And without C.J. Stroud, I don't see the Texans winning this game. He elevates them. He's an elevator.
He does.
Obviously, correct. This Houston team is not all that good, especially with Tank Dell out. Nico Collins is banged up. I can't do it. I don't like the Titans.
I agree at all. I agree. I don't think CJ Stroud's going to play, and if he doesn't play, they have no chance of winning this game.
Yeah, exactly.
And Titans are feisty. So the Titans are 5-8-1. Mm-hmm. They have not been blown out of many games, I would bet. If any.
They're
a tough fucking out.
I want to say they got blown out against I want to say Miami. I think Miami blew them out. They got blown out a couple weeks ago. And it looked pretty bad.
They've only played Miami once.
Oh, they played Miami on Monday night. I'm sorry.
I think they got fucked up by Jacksonville.
There you go, Jacksonville, other Florida team.
But every other game has been close. They lost to the Saints by 1. Oh, the Browns whooped their ass. But that was all Tannehill. Like they lost by 7, lost by 8, lost by 5, lost by 4. A lot of close games with them. So I mean, that's Vrabel though. Vrabel's a great coach, so I like Tennessee's chances, especially with no Stroud.
Yeah, and especially with Will Levis.
And I think even if he plays one, they're going to be an advantage because he'll be banged up. He won't be practicing all week.
Yeah.
And I think the grind's getting to CJ Stroud a little.
Yeah.
And he's avoided a lot of pressure. He's made that O-line look better. He's done a lot of things to just look special.
I think another thing, Max, people don't like to say this is kind of like cliche, but every rookie has some sort of a rookie wall, whether it's the beginning of the season, middle, or at the end. And it can be an injury like this that sets you back like CJ Stroud, and this can be his rookie wall. So we'll see how it turns out. Me and Max are both picking Tennessee. Next up, Kansas City, New England. Kansas City coming off a loss. New England coming off a win. KC's 9-point favorites. Look, I'm gonna go KC. I don't believe. Yeah, I don't believe in the Patriots. The Patriots look good on Thursday night last week, but I can't trust it. I don't trust Bailey Zappi. They got Zeke.
All right. Enough with the game. We know we're going to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Do you think that report about Belichick is done is true? I would say yeah. I could see it.
You think it's true?
I would say it's true. And it's not really a firing. It's kind of like they're both sick of each other. Like, I'm sure Bill's been an annoying asshole, and he's tired of Kraft shit too. Like, it's been 25 years, you know?
So if you guys don't know, just to give you guys a little bit of context of what me and Max are talking about, there was a report that came out that after the London game, after the London loss against the Indianapolis Colts, Kraft and the ownership basically parted ways with Bill Belichick and said, "We're done after this season. You can finish out the season, but you're done." And regardless on what happens, whether you win or lose, you're done. And we'll see what happens, dude. I mean, honestly, if he's out and these reports have been true, I kind of believe some of the Charger news then, because he's been linked to the Chargers a lot. So I can see him running off to LA. Supposedly his wife loves LA. Who wouldn't love LA? Sunshine, palm trees.
It's the place to be, according to Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's the place to be. So Billy B might be heading to LA pretty soon, man. And I think that would be a interesting move. I'll have to think about it more in the offseason, but it'll definitely be interesting. What's up?
If he was a free agent as a coach and McVay was there, who's the bigger commodity?
I think it's a McVay.
I think it's McVay too. I think he's like a 7 out of 10 on like the commodity scale right now, don't you?
Yeah, he's kind of losing.
Like, I know he's the greatest coach in NFL history, but like right now his stock's pretty low. For him.
You know what though, Max? I think if he feels like his stock is low, if he was smart, it's kind of hard because he's old as shit. So he doesn't have like much time.
Like do a Sean Payton, like wait for the right opportunity. But I feel like the Chargers are kind of that right opportunity. Like they're primed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're just ready for like a not fucking dummy to like lead them.
But that's what usually head coaches do. And it's really smart. You stay out of the game and more of that interest winds up coming up and they forget what happened at your last stop. Kind of like John Gruden. John Gruden forever, that was the plan. It's like he was shitty with the Bucs. The tenure was bad when it ended. He was just not a good coach. Everyone started to forget about it. It was years after he got that job. And it's like, oh, John Gruden, he knows his shit, but last time we saw him, he was a terrible coach. All right, let's go San Francisco and Arizona. Arizona's 13.5-point underdogs, man. I'm sorry. In the past, Arizona has been kind of annoying for the 49ers, but I don't see it now. 49ers are on fire, man. Max has 40-10. I got 30-20. This game's not going to be close. Anything on this one, Max?
No. Just go to the Rams. Stay in the division. This shit's fucking trash. Like, Kyler is going to be running for his little life. I'll put it like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Washington and L.A. LA is 6.5-point favorites. I think Washington is done. I think their head coach is going to be fired at the end of the season.
I think so too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like this Rams team. Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, 30-17. I think they should handle business straight up.
I think they definitely need to, and I think they will. I'm going 34-14.
Yeah. All right, let's go Dallas and Buffalo. this is a great game, man. Buffalo 2-point favorites against the Dallas Cowboys. They're at home. Yeah, they're 2-point favorites. Unless you gave me the wrong line. You're the one that do the lines, Max.
I feel like I'm an idiot right now. But go ahead. I'll double check it.
So Dallas is red hot. Okay. Dallas has won like 4 or 5 in a row. They've been dominating teams. Buffalo, on the other hand, they're desperate. They're very desperate. They won last week against the Chiefs. But in all honesty, it looks like the same Bills team, man. And it's Josh Allen centric. It's Josh Allen or bust. And that's why
that's the line.
That's the line? 2-point favorites?
Yeah, that's the line. 2-point favorites.
It scares me. It scares me to pick the Buffalo Bills. I want to. I really do. I think this is a perfect spot. You're at home. You know, everyone's fluffing up the Cowboys. Everyone's fluffing up Dak Prescott for the MVP conversation. This is where they fall on their face. But the Bills, I don't think they have the horses for them. I don't think they have the defense, first of all, to compete with the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're going to run a fucking muck.
I disagree. I disagree with that. Just, do they have the horses? No. But what they have is superior scheme, and they have a great head coach in McDermott. I think McDermott's going to slow this Cowboys offense down. And what I'm really counting on, and the reason I picked the Bills to win 28-24, is the Cowboys just had the biggest game of their year. Like, they had to prove it. Like, we have to fucking knock you guys off. And I know they're still playing for a lot, but it's tough, guys. It's not like, hey, it's not like they're robots and they just get up every fucking game. Like, they have to go to Buffalo, East Coast game. It's going to be fucking cold. Like, these are human beings. It's not fucking robots that just wake up and they perform the same every week.
What's the weather looking like, Max?
I'm not sure. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah,
I just think Josh Allen is going to make so many fucking plays, and they're desperate, and they really have no pressure. Like, Buffalo's been written off.
I do agree with that as far as Josh Allen making plays. I got a shootout, 33-28. I just think the Cowboys are going to score more points simply. I don't trust this Bills defense to slow down this Cowboys offense. I think they're red hot.
50 and rainy.
I would hope it was a snow game, but I guess not. I mean, Dak is not bad in bad weather games. I feel like he's...
Name one bad weather game he's ever been in.
I'm trying to think. Like, can you remember a bad weather game that he did bad in? Like, that's like...
I can't picture him playing in like a bad weather game. Like, I feel like picture him playing a couple cold ones in Philly.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think he did bad.
Maybe Washington. I think he had a couple ugly games in Washington. Little rainy games.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with Bills in a tight one.
28-20. Yeah, this is our second one that we're disagreeing on. Max has 28-24, and like I said, I got 33-28. Okay, should be a fun one. Let's go to Sunday Night Football. Baltimore, Jacksonville. It's a great one too, man. Jacksonville is underdogs in this one at home. Trevor Lawrence, coming off of that ankle injury, did not look good last week at all. Dealing with. There you go.
Really fucking good one. Really good. Great night game, by the way. Like, this is definitely a matchup you don't ever expect to see on like a primetime game. But I'm going Baltimore 28-17.
Yeah.
I am very keen to see the defense of Jacksonville, how they play against Lamar. Because Josh Allen and Trayvon can get after it.
Yeah. I feel like just something has been missing from Jacksonville these last like 3 weeks, I would say. It has not looked good, whether it's injuries or whatever. They need to get the run game going with Etienne. They really do. I feel like that's their identity, and that's when they're at their best. All this throwing shit and protecting Trevor Lawrence, their line is not all that good. I'm not going to say it's bad, but...
It's banged up, too.
Yeah, it's banged up, too. But Baltimore, dude, they're clicking. Their offense is pretty good. Lamar's probably had his best game of the year last week, should I say. And I got Baltimore. I got to go be more, man. This will be probably the most impressive win from Jacksonville since the Saxonville days. This is probably one of the biggest games. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Definitely agree. Sunday primetime.
Yeah. It's been a minute. Yeah. All right. Philly, Seattle. This game is in Seattle. Philadelphia's favored on the road. What is Seattle gonna do, man? Are they gonna turn it around, or is this gonna get a get right game for Philly?
It's playing on.
Yeah, Drew Lock is gonna be starting most likely.
With Drew Lock, so unclear. Even if he's hurt, I think the Eagles are lucking out right now. I think Seattle's a little bit done. The thing that scares me though is our defense has been so bad. Not even like bad for what we think it is, just bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm scared that they might just dot us to death. I'm scared. I'm truthfully scared. I think we're going to pull this one out 21-18. I would love to go in there and just kick their ass. Just get right, but I don't know with this Eagles team right now. They're not playing their best football. Maybe this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah. We'll see how the 12s are doing, man. It's in Seattle, so you would think they'll be loud. I got 28-24 though, man. I got Philly getting right in this one. They still control their own destiny. I think they take a long deep breath after this week and say, "Hey, we dropped 2. We went 2-2 in that gauntlet. We're still 10-3. We still control our own destiny. Let's get back on our fucking horse, bro, and let's start dominating. Let's make a couple changes. Let's protect the football. Let's not fumble the fucking football this week, and try to improve.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they can play a clean fucking game.
Yes,
clean game.
Yeah, and defense, like you said, try to make some adjustments because Max, trying to play the Seattle Seahawks straight up, you're gonna lose. You gotta have to do something about DK. You're not gonna be able to cover him one-on-one.
I'm just gonna be so mad when it's 3rd and 17, and then we play bump and run, and we get a holding call, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
why?
Very
what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's just stupidity. That's all it is.
All right, that's the last game. That is Monday Night Football, and let's go.
Games this week.
Yeah, there's a lot. No more bye weeks. So pick of the week. I got the Kansas City Chiefs over the New England Patriots. You got the 49ers.
Pretty confident this week. Pretty confident.
There you go.
MVP.
All right. I think that's going to do it. Me and Max have 3 disagreements this week, so we'll see how that plays out. Hope you guys enjoy week 15, man. Let's go over to Xbox Live Chat. All right. Our weekly segment that we have. We do random topics. Me and Max the last couple of weeks have been doing underrated and overrated players in the league. And it got us thinking, what about back in the days, man? So all you fucking young whippersnappers, man, that weren't watching football during this time, turn off the fucking
Joey.
Yeah, turn off the pod because you're probably not going to recognize a lot of these players.
This is the perfect time to listen.
That could too. Yeah.
Before we start getting into the list, I just want to talk about it. If we're going from the 2000 season to kind of the mid 2010s,
yeah,
I just want to start off by saying, if you were the QBs of that generation, it's Peyton, it's Brady,
yeah, Big Ben.
That's it, right?
Big Ben.
Big Ben's in there too. Favre, Rodgers,
Eli.
These guys, those are the guys, right?
Yeah.
So, and then if you go to running back, it's really AP. I think it's really AP. He's just
there is a lot of look.
No. I'm saying who was the fucking guy? Who do you think about as soon as you think about the 2000s, the 2010s? The 2010s, there's no running back outs. There's no running back that was Adrian Peterson's peer.
Yeah.
Resume, whatever. Don't fucking at me, whatever. There's nobody. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, and then if you go to receivers, this is what I'm doing. I just want to paint the picture of these were the guys. Who are the 2000s receivers? T.O., Moss, Torrey Holt in the beginning.
Torrey Holt.
Isaac Bruce. Then it went to Calvin.
Yeah.
And then Calvin kind of just reigned supreme.
I would throw Larry in there, Fitzgerald.
So the one thing I'll say is Larry's in there, But Larry was like 08, 09, and then Larry's going to vanish for like 3 fucking years because of the quarterback play. Like, you're never going to hear from him again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Steve Smith?
Steve Smith's in there too. I would say he's not in like that big scheme of shit. And then tight ends, it's fucking Gronk. Gronk and Gonzalez. And Gates. Those 3 just reign supreme over everybody. Like, you don't think anyone else, right?
Yeah. And just to clarify, guys, we're doing offense today. We're gonna save defense for next week. So, a couple guys on offense. I didn't.
Can we start with QBs? Can we do it by position this time?
Yeah, we can do position. I just want to tell you the criteria that I did it on. I try to pick non-Hall of Famers. Okay, I didn't want to pick a Hall of Famer because obviously the big names, like you said, Randy Moss, all of those guys. Obviously, they were fucking good.
I just tried to pick guys. Some of them might make the Hall of Fame. Some of them have a case, in my opinion.
Yes, agree.
But these are guys who just aren't going to get the publicity. They're going to be like, when you talk about who the best 5 receivers, like, bro, in 2013 or whenever when Odell got there, all we talked about was Odell, and it was like he wasn't the best receiver in football.
Right.
Like, there's guys who fell through the cracks. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'm going to give you my first QB. I think Cam Newton is going to be underrated. And people are going to say, what the fuck? He's on YouTube. You don't realize how good the fucking guy was. Yeah. You don't realize how, like, older.
Yeah. I thought.
No, he's just one of the guys. I went way back, but that was just the first name to me.
When did he get drafted, though? 2012? 2011?
2008? 2010? I don't know.
No, he got.
But I'm just thinking because, bro, I thought about some guys that it ended poorly with, and it looked bad at the end. But one, how good was Cam fucking Newton?
Yeah, he was pretty good. MVP. He was pretty good.
So you can go ahead and drop one of your QBs.
I went even older. I try to do rarely anyone from the 2010s. Okay, I wanted.
I got both.
Yeah, I wanted to keep prime. I wanted to keep prime guys in the 2000s. I got David Garrard, Jake the Snake Plumber.
That's a good one.
Jake Delhomme, and that's it. That's all the quarterbacks I have. Oh, Mark Bulger.
Literally was going to say Mark fucking Bulger.
Mark Bulger.
What about Donovan McNabb?
I think he's rated. He's rated perfectly. Definitely a guy that you remember, made it to a Super Bowl. But I think he's not going to get forgotten about. I think he's always going to.
Matt Hasselbeck, too. He was a good quarterback for a long fucking time.
It's just Matt Hasselbeck, like, when it ended, it ended pretty bad. A lot of these guys it ended with. But, like, Jake Delhomme, man. You want to talk about a guy of high as highs and low as lows. I mean, this was a guy that was making Super Bowls, and then out of nowhere, it just ended. Like, abruptly, bro. Like, it was bad. He just fell off the face of the earth. And then Jake Plummer, kind of the same thing.
I'm going to give some 2010s just to throw some in there.
Okay.
Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
He had a very weird career. For people who don't know, draft number 1 pick, Heisman winner to the Bengals. Played with Ocho, was really fucking good. He got into a beef with Mike Brown, Paul Brown. What's the owner's name? Is it Mike Brown? Paul Brown. He's like, I'm retiring. Traded to the Raiders. He's in hell for a couple years. Goes to the Cardinals and like almost makes the Super Bowl.
Well, you know what? He's in hell for a couple years, but he puts up great numbers. He threw for 4,000 yards back-to-back years.
Yeah. Another guy, Tony Romo's never gonna I think people know him just because of the booth.
Yeah.
But he was a really good fucking quarterback in those areas. Like the late 2000s to the 2010s was amazing.
This whole thing about Dak Prescott being better than Tony Romo, I find it laughable. I think Tony was so much better.
I think the only Dak is like the last 4 weeks that is comparable to Romo. And like never before. Romo isn't it with nothing.
It's just a shame.
Like if we got our boy Dak on, he's like a Romo like supporter.
It's just a shame though, Max, that Cowboys team was built for Romo, Dak's rookie year. That was Romo's prize. And he got hurt and he never got to play with a great running back, a great offensive line, a good defense that gets turnovers. Like Tony Romo never had that. Yeah. It was just struggles all the way around.
The last guy I have is Andrew Luck, just because it was a very weird career. He was so fucking good, and it just went out quick. It was 1 year shoulder, 1 year back, retirement. And I just wanted to throw him. I just want to give him some love.
One of
Just
the
because
best prospects ever to come out next to John.
during the NFL draft time, you'll always hear, fuck Trevor Lawrence prospect. The prospect was Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
He was the best and probably still is the best quarterback prospect to ever come out of college.
Yeah.
He looked like CJ Stroud. Like he was that fucking good.
Yeah. Anything else on quarterbacks?
No, I think you got all the ones. Yeah, you did a good job. I don't have anyone else.
Gotcha.
I got so many. There's so many fucking running backs.
I couldn't name them all. I knew we were gonna have a shit ton, so I try to lower the amount. But these are some of the guys I had. Matt Forte. You cannot have this list without Matt Forte. Matt Forte, borderline Hall of Famer. Like, he was fucking great. Receiving back, threw the tackles, had the speed, everything. The whole fucking package.
Everything.
The
really
whole
everything.
package. He was a great player for the Chicago Bears, man. Ahmad Bradshaw. A lot of people forget about Ahmad Bradshaw. I think he was one of the most underrated players during those times, man. Super Bowl champion. Brandon Jacobs, 100%. Just to name another giant. Another playoff guy, Thomas fucking Jones. Thomas Jones, underrated, man. Name some running backs.
Got 10,000 rushing yards.
Yeah,
he ridiculous.
Some of the years, like one of the years with the Jets, he was fucking really good.
That first year with the Chiefs, he went to with Matt Castle.
Yeah,
he had so many yards. Like, let me see. I don't think he'll ever have a big season. He rushed for 10,600 rushing yards. And he was not even the starter on most of his fucking teams. Like, he went for 1,400 yards at 31 was a career high. Damn. Fucking. Yeah. Some running backs I had one. Maurice Jones-Drew.
I had
no shot.
Yeah.
I just was like, he's just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson. He's a borderline Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You literally penciled him in. Like, the Rams, like, the turf, the greatest show on turf ended, and it was Steven Jackson's show for, like, 12 years straight.
Yeah. Violent. Like, violent runner.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he'll ever make the Hall of Fame, but he deserves it.
Yeah.
Like 11,500 rushing yards. Like, every year was penciled in. He went from 1,000 yards from 2005 to 2012.
Yeah.
1,000 yards each year.
Yeah.
And had some decent years in Atlanta, but he got old quick. But they beat the fucking treads off him.
Yes.
In St. Louis.
Running backs just hit a lot different back in these days.
Another guy, Brian Westbrook. He was Eckler before Eckler.
Yes.
That's the best way to say it. And that's one near and dear to my heart.
And I think one of the most iconic plays that I can remember from Brian Westbrook is being up by, I want to say about 4 points, something like that. They were up in the game, had a chance to score, and he goes down at the 1 yard line. Fantasy players may fucking hate it, but that's IQ right there. That's unselfishness. That's like Barry Sanders type shit right there. Gotta love Brian Westbrook, man. The whole package.
You got anybody else?
Yes, I had. I'll name off the little ones just to get a little laugh out of you. Lamont Jordan.
I was fucking waiting. I was the first guy. I put Michael Bush for you.
Michael Bush, yeah. Another guy that I had, Joseph Adai from the Colts, and Dominique Rhodes. If you remember those two,
connected right there.
And then a couple of Chiefs guys, Priest Holmes, Larry Johnson. Those two guys.
Ooh.
Studs.
What about Jamal Charles? Is he not?
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, I think I went a little bit more back than I try to cut it off at 2010. But yeah, most Jamal Charles. Fuck yeah. Like, name another one, dude. Fun fact about Larry Johnson. First Raider game ever that I went to, Larry Johnson was the running back for the Kansas City Chiefs.
How'd he do?
Great. Him and Tony Gonzalez, fucking great. Like, my dad told me.
I think he's the last running back, Larry Johnson, to get 400 touches and 8 carries.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. My dad and my brother both told me, watch Larry Johnson and watch Tony Gonzalez, because those are the two fucking studs on the field. And they were fucking amazing. Another guy that you're going to love, Kevin Falk from the New England Patriots. Yeah. Count on him to make the fucking most bullshit play on third down to fucking stab you in the heart.
Oh, my God. Yeah, like a 3rd and 18 draw, and he just like scooting.
Yeah.
Danny Woodhead. I got a big one. Darren Sproles.
Yes.
Darren fucking Sproles. I don't know if he's appropriately rated, but he's just borderline Hall of Famer for what he did in his career.
One of the best running back rooms of all time. Chargers. Michael Turner, Darren Sproles, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, Michael Turner might be in that shit too.
Michael Turner too. Yes.
I have 2 more running backs. One's make you smile. Vontae Leach. He's a fullback.
Yes.
Definitely no room in the NFL.
Lorenzo Neal.
Oh. Last guy, Todd Gurley. I think.
R.I.P.
I know it's really recent, but this guy literally, the fall off was so ridiculous, and it's almost like the Super Bowl where he barely played the next year, and then that year in Atlanta, like no one talked about how for 3 years he could have won the MVP.
Yeah,
that's it, and maybe one more Le'Veon Bell. Two guys who were so fucking good, and it ended so poorly it tarnished everything they ever did almost.
Yeah. I get you. I got one more. I saved the best for last.
Cordero Buckwalter.
No. Thank you. Fred Taylor, running back.
A really good one.
Oh, my goodness, man. I think he's going to go down as one of the most underrated players in general in any fucking era. Fred Taylor, man. I think he deserves to be a Hall of Famer. You look at the stats, he has them. It's just a shame that he played for Jacksonville for a lot of years, and he dealt with a lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. So shout out to Fred Taylor, bro. Great player in the 2000s. Anyone else, Max, on running backs? Or are you good?
I got all my running backs gone. Okay. I'm sure we missed some.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few you could, like fucking Pierre Thomas was an underrated back. He was fucking
good. What about Deuce McAllister?
Oh, Deuce McAllister is really good. Really fucking. Aaron Brooks was fun. Arian Foster.
Yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about him. That's a good one. Ricky Williams, pretty good in those times.
Yeah, he would have thrived in today's marijuana.
Yes, world. He would have been balling out, my boy, balling. All right, let's go to receiver. I got a couple for you.
Many.
Yeah, there's so many. I kept mine kind of little. More fun guys. Joshua Cribbs. If you remember who Joshua Cribbs is, he was like
mine was Dante Hall.
Dante Hall is another one. Yes, those two return specialists,
kickoff special. Yeah, lethal. Again, Devin Hester. That's all we talk about. But before him, it was the human joystick.
Yes, Dante Hall.
And then Cribbs.
Yeah. Lavernius Coles.
Ooh, old man.
Yeah. Old man Lavernius, man. What a fucking name, too. Lavernius fucking Coles. Who do you got?
I got a couple from the 2010s for you. Doug Baldwin. I know you're going to fucking love that one.
Yeah. That's my boy.
Brandon Marshall. I don't think he'll be remembered for as good as he fucking was. Going back a little bit more, I had where the fuck did I wrote it down? Andre Johnson.
Yes.
Again, a guy who is gonna fall to Calvin. Another guy, Reggie Wayne, really good.
Yeah.
I put Nate Washington. He just always seemed to fucking make a play.
Yeah. I got Roddy White.
Ooh, I had Roddy White. That's a good one.
Roddy White is underrated, man. Miles
about
Austin.
Hakeem Nicks?
Hakeem Nicks too.
I think Miles Austin's overrated.
He had a good 3-year stretch, my boy.
The tough thing was not just picking guys who had that one like Victor Cruz. I was like, damn, he had one fucking year where he maybe one or two.
Yeah,
like Hakeem Nicks, fucking Jordy Nelson,
Randall L,
Donald Driver.
Yes. Greg Jennings.
Shit. Greg broke his fucking leg. I'm trying to think who's an unsung. Vincent Jackson. Fucking Jackson. That's a good one.
I got another one. Chris Chambers.
Oh,
remember him? I got another one.
Chargers and Dolphins.
Malcolm Floyd from the Chargers.
Yeah. that's a 2010s guy, asshole.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, you're naming them, so they're coming in my head.
Anquan Bolden.
Yes, you said him last week. Receiver. That's who brought up this whole situation was Anquan.
Was it? I'm trying to think who else. Sidney Rice for 2 years with Brett Favre.
Yeah, Sidney Rice.
I'm trying to go.
Brandon Lloyd. Remember Brandon Lloyd?
Eddie Royal.
Eddie fucking Royal, man. That was a good one.
Trying to think. Well, Jabbar Gaffney, Deion Branch, just fuck you in the ass. Anyone on the Patriots back in those days was just God damn you. What about AJ Green?
Yeah, he's gonna go down as one of the most underrated. I feel like
I think he's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
He's like a class under Mike Evans. If Mike Evans will have an injured career, it would be AJ Green's career. Think of it like that. That's how I see it.
I think AJ Green had higher highs than Mike Evans though. One.
That's what I'm saying. But is the injuries, and it ended pretty bad.
I got two more. Wes Welker.
He's rated. He's gonna be remembered.
He's rated. He gets because he played on the great teams.
Yes. Okay, but you know what though, Max? I want to say something about Wes Welker. I thought Wes Welker was a bitch. I honestly.
Oh, for sure.
He was a bitch. He was a great receiver.
But how many times were you how the fuck did this guy not get covered right here?
I think
that slot receiver shit didn't exist.
Yeah. But it was late in his career. I understand that. But I thought 2 games that I lost respect for Wes Welker that he did not show up. 2011 Giants Super Bowl and the 20
had a big drop.
Yeah, and then the 20 what year was that? 2015
against Seattle.
Yeah, against Seattle. He got manhandled.
Hey, the whole fucking
everyone
team
did. I know, but he got handled though. At least Demaryius Thomas put up garbage yards in the game. My man's got shut down.
What about Oh man, I just thought of somebody because we're talking about the Patriots. Fuck, who was I gonna say? Stevie Johnson,
the man who shot himself, bro.
Plaxico
Burress. There you go. Talking about guns. Yeah, I like the Hakeem Nicks ones. Randall L.
Mario Manningham,
savior, bro. Yes. I think that's it. We're probably missing a lot. You can do this.
Oh my god! Day. Come on, there's so many people are gonna be like David Boston.
All right, let's go to some tight ends.
I got some nice ones. The first name, John Kondo, All Pro.
He's not a tight end.
That's what he was rating in
Madden. Madden, fucking 59 overall. You know what I still have, Max? I still have a picture of John Kondo when I went to Kansas City. I still have that on my phone, man. Fucking number 59, the GOAT. I will love it because the Raiders will be shit.
Is that number retired?
No. The Raiders don't retire numbers, but I haven't seen anyone with 59 in a while.
Can you talk about the game that just solidified his Hall of Fame status?
When he played what
Chargers?
Game? Oh, when was it a fake? What happened?
No, when he got hurt and they got
oh my god, yes! And we lost our long snapper. We were lost without him, man. He was so important. fucking Condo. Oh my god, dude. John fucking Condo, long snapper. All right, an actual tight end, Max. I'm gonna say, one of my favorites, Dallas Clark. I think,
first name written down.
yeah, the Dallas Clark. He was my idol, bro. When I first started watching football, dude, I wanted to be like Dallas Clark. I loved the Indianapolis Colts at the time.
What number did he wear too? It was so 44. Fucking ugly.
You gotta love it.
Oh, I
44. No one would dare to wear that now.
What? How many 1,000 yards years did he have?
I'll say 2.
1.
Yeah, not many.
But he was so good, and it was just like you didn't pass the ball to like. He had a year where he had 800 yards. Like, that was a big fucking year for a tight end.
How many times do you remember him just fucking going to the corner post over his head, touchdown, dime by Payton?
Yeah, 100%. He was so fucking good. And he was playing with Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Pierre Garçon. Like, he just
Austin Collie.
He might have been Austin Collie. Who's the guy who got his fucking head knocked off every other week?
Austin Collie.
Was Austin Collie?
Yes.
Okay. Good. One of my guys, Brett Selleck. He's really good.
That's a good one. Eagle great.
I'm not trying to be an Eagle homer.
Yeah.
I have some bullshit names on my list, like Dennis Pita, just for like 1 year wonders.
He was nice that 1 year. Kevin
for
Boss.
Real, though, Vernon Davis. Who'd you say?
Kevin Boss.
Oh my, Kevin Boss. Gary Barnage. How's that for a fucking name?
Zach Miller. Remember him?
Really good tight end.
Yes.
Really good tight end.
Yeah.
Delaney Walker. Really good tight end.
Swiss Army.
And he started off as a fullback for Vernon. And Vernon Davis, another guy who's like he was if you want to look up a freak tight end, it's Vernon. He might be a more athletic specimen than Gronk.
It just sucks.
Like 4.3 speed. He just died in Frisco for 4 years before he got good.
Well, that and the two things that people remember Vernon Davis for is number one, crying after the game because of Singletary. And number two, getting the living shit kicked out of him by Cam Chancellor on national television.
Also, crying at the end of the Saints game where he had that crazy catch. Again, he really good football. There's a lot of guys on that Niner team and Seahawks team like that on the defensive side we're probably going to name. I had Martellus Bennett one. He played second fiddle, and he was an asshole. Like, he's a weirdo. But he played second fiddle to Jason Witten for all those years. And he was just like 6'8", big fucking red zone threat. He was a good tight end.
Yeah. So I got 3 names for you. Okay. Todd Heap. Algie Crumpler.
Oh, Bubba Franks. I had Algie. Oh, you know me and Bubba, that's my boy. I was like, my dad used to always at Green Bay at Mad and just fuck me up with Bubba Franks.
Todd Heap was a fucking baller, bro. He fit the Baltimore Ravens so fucking well, dude. He was great. Algie Crumpler. The one thing that sucks about Algie is that Brian Dawkins lit his ass up. So he has that on his resume. But Algie Crumpler with Michael Vick, dude, that was a match made in fucking heaven, dude. And Algie Crumpler, he was an overweight tight end, bro. He was thick. That boy was thick, man. And that's
265.
Yeah, he was a big son bitch.
I don't know.
More like 300.
They got him at 275 on Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, he 300. He
but again, he never even got close to 1,000 yards in a year, but he was a fucking good tight end. Yeah, 4 straight Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Some all pros. Here, I got one more. After you said Algie Crumpler. Fuck. I just
went away.
Oh my God.
That happens a lot.
Such a good one.
Any thoughts on Bubba Franks, your boy?
I like Bubba Franks, good football player. Vashante Shenko. Who was it on the Jets that everyone loved but wasn't that good? Like with Sanchez.
Oh my God. Who'd you say?
Dustin Keller.
Dustin Keller. He got lit up by Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah. Oh no, the tight end I was thinking of. Oh man, I just forgot him again. That was pissing me off. Oh my God. I'm so
I would say Greg Olson's another underrated guy. I
said him
last week.
Yeah. God damn it. Who the fuck is it? Who's the tight end I'm thinking of? Benjamin Watson.
Benjamin
Fucking
Watson.
pro.
He was just in the league like a couple of fucking years ago.
Yeah, he just hold on for. But dude, I'll never forget the play. One of the greatest plays of football history. Champ Bailey gets a pick, goes 100 yards, of Ben Franklin hawks him down. Like the effort, and he knocks the ball out of bounds. But back in those days, the replay wasn't the same, so like they got the ball back. But Benjamin Watson, really good football player, always a mainstay on the Patriots.
Yeah. Did you have any linemen? Because I didn't really have a lot of linemen.
I did. I had a couple. Evan Mathis, Carl Nix, Jari Evans.
Yeah.
I don't. Joe Staley, maybe.
Tony Hugo.
Yeah. Kelechi Osemele, I wrote down for you.
Jeff Saturday.
That's like one of the greatest centers ever. So I don't think he's underrated.
John Runyon.
I think just linemen in general are just undervalued.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're fucking Trent Williams and you get blown every fucking week. I think that's all my guys.
Another guy that I want to say that's kind of tweening in there that people are probably going to hate us for forgetting him. Mike Allstott. It's another guy. People loved him.
Yeah,
people loved him.
He was really good.
John Ritchie, fullback.
Man.
Mullet Gang.
Leonard Weaver. Tony Richardson. Fullback heaven.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I don't think is there a fullback in the Hall of Fame? No, I don't think so.
No.
Like exclusively a fullback, not like Mike Allstott, who was like part running back.
Right. A couple of special team guys just to say fuck it. Shane Leckler, one of the greatest.
David Akers,
Janikowski,
Sebastian. Yeah. Vinatieri for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's not underrated. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Dramatica.
Yeah, he's really good. Mike Vanderjagt before that missed kick against Pittsburgh.
Mike Vanderjagt.
Jeff Fiegels. I remember Jeff Fiegels so fucking much, dude. I don't know why.
Who was the fucking Patriots kicker before?
Gostkowski.
Gostkowski. That's who it was.
Steven. He was there for like 10 years.
Yeah, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good.
Who was the fucking kicker on the Ravens who missed the kick after Lee Evans dropped the ball to beat the Patriots and they were going to tie it and he shanked the kick? Who's that kicker?
Oh, my God.
Billy Cundiff or something. Billy
Cundiff. Remember when Ray Lewis was in the fucking locker room? Billy, don't blame yourself. This ain't on you. Like, motherfucker, it's on Billy, motherfucker. He missed that goddamn kick, man.
Call me Billy.
Billy fucking Cundiff, man. Any other names? Just to randomly shoot out there?
I'm just trying to randomly think of like football players.
It was really hard to leave off McFadden. I thought McFadden could have been in here. Honestly,
Justin Fargas deserved a better.
No, Fargas, no, but McFadden, yes. I think McFadden had a certain moment.
Oh, Ahmad Green.
Ahmad Green, that's a good one.
Mr. Fumble.
Mr. Fumble.
He had a lot of fumbles.
Yeah.
Trying to think, like who was like a one Peyton Hillis.
Peyton Hillis, that's way back. That's like 2011.
Who the fuck? Steve Breston, Santonio Holmes,
Javid Best.
Oh God, Javid Best broke my fucking heart, Mr. Concussion.
Oh my goodness, Willie Parker.
Willie Parker, Rashard Mendenhall, Beanie Wells,
Marion Barber.
Fucking Marion. How about to charge Felix Jones?
Yeah. Ben Jarvis.
He's
Green
not
Ellis.
Underrated. These guys aren't underrated. We're just saying guys from the 2000s.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, Lawrence Maroney.
Law firm. Lawrence Mahoney. Lawrence Mahoney was good. The law firm, right?
Yeah.
Cedric Benson, Cadillac Williams.
Cedric Benson had like
2
good years. He earned himself a fucking contract.
Yeah, who did he get drafted by? The Bears, and then he went to the Bengals. And
yeah,
I think he passed away recently. It wasn't even.
Yeah. Cadillac Williams
blew out his knee so bad. Work done. How about a work done?
I had work done. I missed them on my list. I literally wrote them down too. Work done. Yes. 100% work done.
Eddie Lacy.
D-Lo, my boy.
Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, smash and dash, baby.
Lendale White.
Lendale fucking White, man. Fucking Lendale White. Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think. Anyone else? I think that's Tavon Austin.
Yeah, Tavon Austin.
I think he's still in the league.
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
Jake Long.
Yeah, he had a pretty decent career. Kind of a little overdrafted, but decent.
Kyle Long.
Kyle Long's still in the league.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, he's not. Oh, is he still in the Chiefs, just chilling, not doing shit?
Oh, you know what? I think I'm wrong. I don't think he's on. I'm thinking of Jake Matthews. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, yeah, Jake Matthews. Yeah. Jake Matthews is still hanging in there. Anyone else I can think of?
Ronnie Brown, Wildcat.
That Miami team was so fun.
They really were.
Steve Slayton.
Who was the fucking tight end? Who was like Italian?
Anthony Fasano.
Anthony Fasano, man. Fucking savior. Him? Yes, Anthony Fasano.
Who was the coach for that Dolphins team? Was it Sperano? Tony Sperano?
Man. I want to say, I think it was Sperano.
How about Ray Rice? Minus the domestic violence.
Ray Rice was really fucking good, dude. He really was.
Frank Gore?
That's not underrated. That man's very good.
Borderline Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Who was his backup that Joey used to fucking... Kendall Hunter?
Kendall Hunter.
LaMichael James. Oh, D'Anthony... What was his name? D'Anthony Thomas?
D'Anthony Thomas. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Those Oregon guys never worked out, did they?
Right. All right.
Deion Jordan. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. Look, guys. I hope you guys had as much fun as me and Max doing this. Comment down below.
Learn some names.
Yeah, comment down below any names that you think we missed. Like we said, there's a bunch of guys we probably missed. Okay.
You know someone's gonna be like, fucking no one said Tiki Barber. Like, yeah, no shit.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's gonna be a guy out there that even we're like, oh my god, how the fuck did we forget him? But like we said, like the big name guys, I'm pretty sure we're missing some big name guys, but it's like we try to go deeper into the vault with this, you know. But we appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. We have fun doing this. Appreciate all the love and support that we get. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on post notifications for any time we drop videos. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. We are out. Until next time. Peace.